Hello everyone and welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video we are going to be working on the two big red tractors on the farm here, the Red Army as I've referred to it in the past. We got some small things to do to the Magnum, and we also have some small things to do to the 1066. We just put out a video not too long ago, the overall project pricing and the steps we took and things like that. So if you haven't watched that, make sure to go check that one out. But we got some minor things to do to this. We got a cup holder and another toolbox to add on. The Magnum, I got some adjustments with the front weights to make kind of a little holding area there. Some stuff in the cab and some other maintenance items. So thank you all for tuning in. Let's get to work here. Dad's gonna be helping me, so should be a good time.
Now we got people watching me here. I don't know. Where else do you put it, you know? I mean, actually the best place would be smack dab on the hood. There's a hole right there, but I don't think you guys would approve if you keep track of your drink and whatever else is going on. No, down in here, I mean, we gotta make sure the levers pass it. This is just an adjustment, but this is the one you'd use anyway all the time. I think it'd be a good spot. Anything that falls out of there is gonna roll right off under the wheel or whatever. Fall through these cracks, and ain't like in a cab. And we get all kinds of hardware. A whole pile over there. Some of that's from the other cup holders that wasn't needed. I like to keep things so they're simple and not all this extra bracket stuff hanging out in the way. Probably just tear your pants with it.
Now over here, while Dad's working on that cup holder, I'm working on cutting out some stretched steel to make a bottom to my weight bracket here, so we can set chains and hitches and pins and stuff like that in there. Just a nice little cubby hole here. So we got her marked out. Now I'm gonna get to cutting. All right, just about ready to weld on the Magnum, but I figured I'd come and show you Dad's finished project here. He ended up putting a bolt through this bracket here like he was talking, and it's pretty stable. What do you think of that kit?
Well, I think this is from two different cup holders, but I think these are stainless steel.
Yeah.
One of these comes with it. This, depending on where we, one of these clamps.
It's all made in the Midwest. I think it's called Cell Defender. We put these on a couple other tractors, and yeah, you were saying he's got a lot of different hardware when it comes to mounting this.
Yeah, and then here, well, I think that's about as good a place as any right now. Because if you had a cab, you could, because you can't see it from the outside. I don't think you want that sticking out where the mud flies and stuff.
No, I think that would be nice in there. Another place to put stuff or hang stuff. And I think it's one of the bigger ones too. You'd be able to put a big.
Well, I don't know if that's the only one. Well, you need a big drink.
Oh yeah, well, a big tractor.
It's
So-
only got one bolt holding it on, so.
And then now you're gonna move on to the toolbox.
Yeah, I'll look at that. I gotta look in that box and see. I'm guessing there's no bolts to bolt onto the tractor.
Yeah. Once you get it lined up, then we'll.
I think we'll just set it up like the other side, so when the wheel turns and then it pivots, it doesn't end up bumping it. So, your Magnum, if the box is more square, it'd probably work.
Yeah, I think the toolboxes they put on those are only like a foot, if that.
There's
so.
just,
I think I like my bag anyways. It's nice to
well, I
carry.
think it's just as well. Inside the cab, you're not gonna lose nothing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The one thing about a box like that, like if you would have, well, even our 78's got a hole underneath the steps where I put a pail in there with all the bolts in for the duals, and then we got a log chain in there, and then there's some drawbar attachment pieces that are in that container. So that's not something you're digging in all the time, but to have that stuff rolling around the cab is just crazy, because we get on side hills and you're going up and down, even though you could tuck it under the seat, it's falling into your...
Yep, and that's why I'm making that grate up front. That's the chain, the hitch accessory. That's all going to go up there.
Yeah,
so.
something heavy that can't bounce out of there. I know we talked about that before. There's really no real great place to put a box, like some container that, I mean, even up in here, there's just, I don't know, it would interfere with everything else. But you want something that's either low enough or something that's where there's a ladder anyway, where you can actually open a lid and
This
look.
is built during the race for power, so they weren't too worried about it. They were focused on getting that big engine in there with a comfortable cab.
I mean, for the age of it, it's all good. It's just stuff. I think farmers didn't matter until afterwards. Then you start thinking, because pretty soon it's like the four-wheelers, when there's no basket or nothing, you're carrying tools and trying to drive and losing stuff. Where here you just, like you said, you get your bag, you're good.
So he'll be working on that toolbox, and I'll get back to that grate up front here. Okay, I got that welded on there. Now the challenging part, finding some black paint. Otherwise, I'm really happy with how that turned out. That's gonna be really nice. Really, really nice. Now that we're done welding, we'll put the battery cables back on. Just wanted to be on the safe side there. And Dad, he's already installing the brackets there. See how they fit? I think we got some red paint left. What are you talking about?
Well, you can paint them out, just put them on. You
I guess then you know what side would be left and right. Yeah, say
black stripe.
go to the black toolbox, the black bracket toolbox. That's got it. Yeah, that's a tongue twister.
Appreciate it.
Say that 10 times fast. The black bracket toolbox.
There you go.
The black bracket box. That'd be even harder to say 3
What I'm
times.
trying to say is something like that. And you'll know, I'll know, but unless somebody's doing a full inspection, you probably won't pick up on it.
Well, yeah, this is show tractor
Well,
now
you have
for
to
the summer.
have, we
anyways.
have to have little things for people to see, pick on. By the way, somebody said something about the turbos didn't come with the black stripes, but that was on this one when I bought it in '89, and it, I don't know.
Maybe when they put the turbo. Well,
Well,
because it
no.
would have came with a turbo from the
It
factory.
had a turbo on that other motor too. So, but then the question is the tail end of making these black stripes? Did they start putting them on there, or did somebody just decide I'm gonna put that on there?
Yeah, that could have been.
I mean,
The farm you bought it from, that was kind of a fancier farm, right?
they didn't buy it new though.
Okay.
At least that's what they told me. And so I bought it in '89. It's a '76 model, so it's been. I think I'm third owner. Now you're fourth owner. But anyway, we could argue about this all day, and we ain't gonna get far.
Well, speaking of ownership, I think I'm second owner on that, which is kind of rare for
Something that old.
10,000 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% on that, but being how big that farm was, I'm pretty sure they bought that brand new.
I think we did. The guy that bought it may or may not be with us.
It was an estate sale.
See, so they're bound to have second to third owners by that time. Even if the children took over, I guess they could call it second owner. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know if I should put washers with this. I don't think we should worry about that.
Yeah, it ain't gonna pull through there.
No, but it just makes everything stiffer. But then I'm thinking, well, because you can actually stand on them if you're built like I am. I mean, probably mostly when you're trying to fuel up, you could, if you had to check something there, you can straddle across.
Oh yeah, I could see it when a guy's filling coolant, he'll be leaning on that. Yeah.
1 foot here, 1 foot here.
Yep.
I mean, it's, I don't know, I always stood on the other one all the time. Didn't have a dent in it till it fell off and we drove it over. And Aaron was with me, but I think he was only like 10 or 12 years old then. Even he wasn't happy. Okay, we're gonna find some bolts.
Pretty nice.
Trying it, I don't think it would hit. This tire might come against it. I don't know if the other one ever did or not. Would have to bottom out here and be turned real sharp at the same time, which probably is not very likely. The only thing about it would be we could raise it up. It's just set the same as the other one. The whole box could be higher on this bracket. Thing is now, it's kind of, if you stand on it, well, you can get on it.
Yeah.
Too high up there, I think we'll leave it there. You just move it if it's going to start interfering somehow.
I have to get some dust on it. That's a different shade of red.
Well, it'd be easy enough to paint when it's new. If you wanted to just spray it, I would just leave it. I don't know. You could just take the box off and spray the outside of it if you wanted. Then that'll be peeling off and it'll look worse.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it looks as it hits the sun and the dust. Looking sharp. Looking really, really sharp. Now we're gonna be able to clean up the cab here. Put a lock on this bag of tools here. I think somebody keeps cracking into it when he's down at his shed there. That'll be nice. Now we just have our lighter items in the cab along with our tool bag. I really should blow this out or sweep it out quick though too. We'll do that. I'm hoping this bracket fits up there. I think it kind of will. I'd like it to be down in. I don't want it rubbing up against the fiberglass, but we'll let that paint dry a little bit before we throw this stuff in there. Well, got some bad news. Can't quite fit that in there the way I'd like it to. It'd sit in there, but I don't want it bumping up against the hood and damaging stuff there. So instead of throwing it back in the cab, I'm gonna go put it by the rest of my parts in the lower shed, or the other shed here in the main farmyard. So future Aaron, that's where that is. It's gonna be next to your planter parts and all that weird stuff you have over there on that shelving. Go look there when you're looking for it. But the chain's definitely going to fit in there. And we'll actually just throw that in right now. All right, we got the Magnum back down to the other shed here and put away. And as you can see, it's getting dark. It's really nice to have that Magnum all buttoned up and ready here for spring. I'm feeling very good going into the next growing season here. And I hope that all of you watching are as excited as I am for spring. Also, leave some comments down below. Which one would you pick? 1066 or that 7120 Magnum? If you had to farm with it for the next 5 years and it would be the main tractor, which one would you pick? I'd be curious to know. Leave your comments down below. Don't factor price. Just factor the cool factor, the comfort factor, the usability factor. Leave some comments down below. Which tractor are you picking? Is it going to be that 1066 all painted up with lower hours? Or is it going to be that 7120 Magnum with the nice climate controlled cab, but higher houred? Comparable in horsepower, but we got more weight here, that's for sure. Leave your comments down below. Be interested to know. Anyways, thank you all for making it to the end of the video. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to put out videos as often as we do, so thank you for that. Remember, like and share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you all next time.